Outliers on the Run. Alex Jones
maybe Brian and a few others. Quick questions, then we'll go right to Richard Gage. I began to get into iodine a few years ago because it was helping me and my family so much get healthy and detoxify. Most people know that iodine deficiency has been a crisis around the world. Iodine is key to so many of the body's functions, especially the thyroid. I discovered a product being developed by Dr. Group. You now know it as Survival Shield, true nascent iodine that your body can really absorb. Then, about a year ago, he said, listen, if you think this is powerful, I'm going to come out with rare earth, deep earth crystals. And the results that I personally have had have been life-changing. Nobody else has got iodine based on these pure crystals, ladies and gentlemen. This is innovating, and the best part is it helps fund Infowars.com, the radio show, the TV show, the whole media operation promoting true libertarian ideas. For a limited time, experience the ancient power of Survival Shield X2. Take advantage of this unprecedented 30% off super detox special at InfoWarsLife.com. From the water table to our soils to the atmosphere itself, our world is becoming more and more toxic each and every day. But it's not just the air outside that's toxic. Indoor air has been shown to have 2 to 5 times higher concentrations of pollutants than even outdoor air. And most Americans spend 90% of their time inside using toxic chemicals within their homes. There are more than 42 million smokers in the United States. Well over 1,000 types of mold and mildew linked to numerous conditions. And don't forget the fact that 6 million Americans live with pets they're allergic to as well. When I began to research these statistics, it was clear to me it was time to start cleansing my lungs in order to combat the toxic environment that we cannot escape, but that we can fight back against. Made with organic and wild cultivated herbs and manufactured in the USA, the new InfoWars Life Lung Cleanse is here in a convenient spray bottle that can be brought with you throughout any toxic environment. Now available exclusively at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. After consulting top doctors, nutritionists, pharmacists, and others, we have developed what I believe is the ultimate non-GMO organic Super Male Vitality formula. Super Male Vitality by InfoWars Life is so powerful that I only take half the recommended dose.
I jump out of bed ready to fight these criminals every day. I look forward to waking up and taking my Super Male Vitality.
Visit InfoWarsLife.com today to secure your Super Male Vitality and other powerful products from InfoWars Life.
The government's Department of Homeland Security is buying up loads of ammo. At the same time, they're restricting civilians' rights to own and purchase firearms. Can you put 2 and 2 together? Infidel Body Armor can stop every round, including hollow points and .308 sniper rounds, is reasonably priced and fully legal. But for how long? Go to InfidelBodyArmor.com, spelled INFIDEL bodyarmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
Resistance to tyrants is obedience to God. It's Alex Jones.
There are a lot of great products at InfoWarsLife.com. It's how we also fund a lot of our operations. You can simply go to Infowars.com/eyes. Infowars.com/eyes. And you can find the subpage at InfoWarsLife.com that has the new OcuPower, not just for the eyes, but for a lot of the cells in the body. And I'd almost say it's like a poor man's DNA force. That's what we were trying to do here. It's more than just eyes, but we're calling it OcuPower. And Dr. Group helped us develop it. And it's the highest quality at the lowest price. And it is going to sell out because people have learned that we have trouble keeping this stuff in because of the funds just to produce it and to source it and to get stuff so clean, so pure, and such high quality, and to not just do what most of our competitors do, putting out crud, which is shocking. I mean, now that I'm inside this for a few years, really studying it. So OcuPower, available at InfoWarsLife.com or 888-253-3139. Now, Richard Gage is going to be with us for a little bit of overdrive into the next hour as well with AE911truth.org. We're going to salute him here in just a moment and get the latest. He was on C-SPAN a few weeks ago, had a big effect. now that we see that criminal elements of our government are openly funding al-Qaeda, new name IS or ISIS, running around doing all their horrible things, we see how these radical groups are being protected. When we say it is an inside job, criminal groups in the government were clearly working with Saudi Arabia and jihadis to hit us on 9/11. They are getting ready to hit us again and take our rights away in the name of protecting us. The average military person, the average cop has nothing to do with it. But when they do another 9/11 and you got cops saying, get back, they're going to bring down Building 7, the cops were told, get back, we're going to blow it up. I've talked to the cops that are there on CNN. I had one of them on air. He got so many threats, he disappeared after that. We interviewed the deputy head of emergency management. He died 2 weeks later. So, I mean, listen, people say it would come out. No. It came out. They had charges in all 3 buildings. And that's how compartmentalization works. Once the official story is out, no one would dare want to challenge it. So the narrative, the Santa Claus is real syndrome, don't tell the kids he hidden. Now, 13 years later, can't you see? And I want to get Mr. Gage back up close to 9/11 for a full hour and have Building 7 clips and the other towers blowing up, maybe even get him here in studio to really go over all of this. Because, of course, I was there before 9/11 and on the day saying it was an inside job. And I said they're going to launch a bio attack now on 9/11 on record. Then they launched the anthrax attack. I just know how they operate. And now they're in the news. Get ready, al-Qaeda's going to hit us any minute. Oh, my gosh. Well, who gave al-Qaeda the weapons? Who let them reform? And then I don't want Fox News with Bill O'Reilly saying I said 9/11 never happened or that space beams did it and all their disinfo or that radical Muslims don't exist. That's not what I'm saying. They are protecting them and our borders wide open, and I'm not going to have my rights taken when a bunch of crazy jihadis come in here and blow stuff up in downtown Austin or Dallas or San Antonio or Houston. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to start ranting. I got to finish up with 2 medical questions or supplement questions for Dr. Group here. Then we're going to Richard Gage of AE911truth.org. But let's go ahead and go to Jay in Canada. You have a question for Dr. Group. Go ahead. Okay, that was a good question. Thank you. Brian in Indiana, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, Alex, how you doing, buddy?
I'm all right. Go ahead, sir. Question for Dr. Group.
Yeah, I got 2 questions for Dr. Group. First question is you recommend, or you at least didn't recommend it, but you said orange juice would be okay for your iodine, and I kind of wonder about that because the first pass effect would block some of it or let too much of it through, and that might cause liver damage. You sure about that?
Well, I always recommend water. I mean, if for a kid, if that's the only thing that they can take, then definitely it would have to be freshly squeezed orange juice, and it would be organic, because anything that you're going to get from the store is going to be contaminated with all kind of chemicals and might actually have fluoride in it anyways.
But what is he talking about? Iodine with orange juice might hurt the liver. Doesn't the iodine go right into your blood anyways?
Well, this form of iodine would. I think the main concern would be the type of orange juice that you're using, because it might be contaminated with BPA residue and other stuff. If it's in a carton and it's probably from a concentrate and it has all kinds of chemical preservatives.
But again, there's this whole purist thing. We're being hit by the big mega attacks of fluoride, aluminum dioxide, just GMOs, water's full of crap. And then we're worried about, I agree, BPA is bad, in the plastic linings of these so-called paper containers. It's just that I don't... Anyways, caller.
Bottom line is just take it with water. I mean, distilled water is going to be the best. If you're going to administer it to anybody, including yourself, it should be administered with pure distilled water.
And remember, consult your physician or healthcare provider. Okay, we're just giving you what he would do. What was your other question? He's gone? Oh, I wasn't mad at him. I was just getting irritated. Like we're worried about 1 part per billion or whatever it is of arsenic in the city water supply while they clean it and then dump poison in it before it's sent down to the people. I mean, it's just a joke. It's like we're making it against the law to thump someone in the nose, but we're going to hit them 50 times with a hatchet in the head. It just... Beverly in Texas, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hi. Well, to preface this, my mom and dad died when I was 13 and 14. My mother had cancer. My father had a heart attack. Every one of my relatives have died of some kind of horrible disease. My sister has fibromyalgia. The other one has diabetes. 7 years ago, my chiropractor said, you don't have to die of cancer, which was like, what? And so I started eating organic, started drinking pure water 8 years ago. And within a month or so, it was like a light switch went off. I could think clearer. I could see stuff. The same stuff that you're talking about right now. Before I even knew you, my husband and I were going, man, this is like taking the red pill. We're seeing all kinds of horrible things that our government is doing and with the food and all like that. So anyway, we've moved to the country, to the lake. We catch our own fish. We grow our own food and all this stuff. And plus, we buy organic at other places. Now, I have ordered some of that iodine because I'm really interested about that. But I want to know, are we doing okay? I mean, do I need this? Do we need these supplements because we're doing what we're supposed to?
Do you need to take supplements? It depends on how often you actually cleanse the inside of your body, and that would mean like intestinal cleansing, liver and gallbladder cleansing. I mean, even people that are vegetarians or eat all raw, they think they don't have to clean, but you got to remember, you take 30,000 breaths every single day. And the air that you're taking in, there's all kinds of chemicals and stuff like that, and that all goes into your intestines. And, you know, unless you had a greenhouse and you controlled the air and everything that was grown in it with the...
We live in a highly toxic environment, and I know this. I don't live as good as you do, ma'am. All I know is the clarity of thought, not getting as angry, being more focused, getting more done. Iodine, high-quality iodine, the herbs and the Super Male Vitality has just been life-changing for me. And my friends and family take it and then want more. But obviously, we're funding this whole news operation off, you know, once a month or so, having a big, you know, plug for this, selling T-shirts, things like that. I mean, I sell a T-shirt that says Molon Labe, come and take it, because I'm defending the Second Amendment. And I'm funding the message to defend the Second Amendment and raise the alarm selling shirts that it's called Synergy. And so it's the same thing. I promote key organic vitamins and minerals, and we're going to let you go, ma'am, and then go to our guest. I appreciate your call. I mean, regardless, try the iodine, try the Super Female Vitality, try the OcuPower, and then you know you're supporting this radio show. I mean, you know you're winning there. You know that's a win. And then I know that when you try it, almost everyone I know of. In fact, it sounds wrong if I say everyone's loved it. Actually, all we've gotten is positive reviews, which is unprecedented in the, quote, supplement industry. I mean, it's just unprecedented. Unprecedented. And so, I mean, we're here just bringing you high quality. And maybe you're so healthy you don't need it. So there you go. I don't think you know until you've tried it. I mean, is, you know, ProPure is the best gravity-fed filter we can find out there anywhere. You know, is it absolutely perfect? Does it cut out 100% of everything? No, it cuts out 100% of a lot of stuff, reduces things down to non-detectable levels in other areas. But it's certainly better than the tap water. None of this is perfect. It's like the sun. The sun will damage your skin, but you'll die without getting sun. So it's kind of like this is the process here. Dr. Group, any comments? Then we're going to go to our guest.
No, that's exactly what it is. It's about eliminating your exposure or reducing your exposure to a point where your body can deal with things when it does become exposed. I mean, bottom line, that's it. That's the root cause of all disease, is too much stuff coming in and not enough stuff coming out.
And they don't want us having high-quality iodine. They want us having the other bad halogens. What does that tell us?
That tells us that we need to keep our bodies clean on a regular basis, and we need to make sure that we combat that in every way, shape, and form, by drinking pure water, by eating clean food, exactly what she's doing. Congratulations, by the way. I live a very, extremely clean life. I mean, organic, everything, and I still take all this stuff. Any male is going to be reduced of hormones regardless of how clean your body is, just a natural order that you're going to reduce your hormones after the age of 28.
Well, medical doctors are on record in studies. Sperm counts are down, genitals are shrinking, hormones are lower. We've been jacked with.
Doesn't matter how much, you know, it doesn't matter how much you eat. You cannot get the type of nutrients in foods anymore.
Look, all I know is I take Super Male Vitality, and it's like I'm 20 again in the, you know, what department. And, I mean, come on. That's, I mean, this stuff's real.
All I'm saying is that this is changing relationships and changing people's lives, and that's what it's all about. It's about feeling the way you did when you were young again, you know, getting your life back, getting your confidence back, you know, looking in the mirror and say, you know, I feel good again. I feel healthy. I feel self-confident. I mean, right now we have a bunch of people that have been off of work for 3 years. You know, they're getting unemployment. They're not doing anything but sitting on the couch, getting fat, getting unhealthy, and, you know, right now, it's time to step up to the plate, especially with all this stuff that's going on.
Yeah, for me, this has helped snap me out of the trance. Dr. Group, we'll talk to you after the show. God bless you.
Thank you.
GlobalHealingCenter.com, InfoWarsLife.com. Okay, I apologize to Richard Gage for getting him on about 10 minutes late. We just got a group on a little bit late because of breaking news today. Richard Gage, AE911truth.org. A few weeks ago, he was on for a whole hour on C-SPAN. He got a lot of great reviews. A lot of people watched it.